Hey guys, so today we are going to be setting up my moss pole. I ordered a moss pole off of Amazon for my Monstera Adansonii, which is right here. So I want the leaves to start getting like bigger. And forgive my morning voice, y'all. It is early and the weather out here is just ridiculous. It's cold. I don't even know why I'm up. I was out late last night. But anyway, let's get back to the point. It's about this beautiful plant baby here. I'm going to set up my moss pole and then stake her up so she can start to climb because I want her to have bigger leaves. So she's already climbing here as I can see. But yeah, we want bigger leaves. So that's what I'm going to get into this morning. And then I'm also going to be cleaning up. As I stated in my, well, as you guys saw in my new apartment, I'm going to be moving, so I'm working on packing. My house is right now a mess. Like, my table's moved because I was doing yoga. I got laundry. It's a mess. But we about to work on this pole, so let's do that. Alright, so this is the box that came in from Amazon. Y'all, that big box just for this pole. So it's by Root Prep. It's a moss pole. It supports and grows your plants. That big box just for this. That's all right, because we're gonna save that box to help me pack. A little scan code, QR code. And then the moss pole. They do give you ties. These ties are to stick the plant to the pole. And the poles can like go on top of each other. But I think I'm just going to use one pole right now, because my plant is rather small. Then with the moss pole, you're just gonna spray it down daily so it can stay damp and provide moisture to your plants. A lot of the trailing plants, like I have a pothos, I have a philodendron, and then I have a Monstera Adansonii. And so a lot of these plants, although they do trail, if you want big, lush leaves, it's better to stake them or to give them some support because they're gonna grow up, which in the wild, they grow up towards the sun and their leaves get bigger. So I really want my Monstera Adansonii to have big, lush leaves. And this is the first plant that I'm staking. Although I do have a Monstera, which I just got, y'all. I'm so excited. I got her from Walmart. We'll do that, another video for her. But yeah, so let me get the plant. All right, so I've got my plant here. She's in the grower pot that I got her. And actually this plant was from one of my neighbors. She works in a nursery and she hooked me up. So yeah, here is the plant in all of its glory. And we are gonna get into staking this baby up. Okay, I'm trying to make this so y'all can see. Anyway, I did have push pins inside of the plant, like where her nodes were, I put push pins just to help keep the nodes in the dirt and to help it to flourish some more. So I'm just gonna go in and gently remove those push pins, so you can see how nice and long she is. I can find my push pin. Oh, there I go. One thing I'd say, if you're going to do the push pin method, make sure that they are colored push pins. For me, I did black ones, and it was really hard to find like the push pins So you can see I'm doing a little bit of struggle here, but eventually I'm able to unwind all of the stems. And so if you want to do the push pin method to produce more like natural plant growth, you're gonna wanna be gentle and just follow the natural bend of your plant. Which is what I did. As you can see, she's just uncurling nicely. I think that's another pin. Yep. And I had this thing pinned up, y'all. Ooh, there we go. There she goes. All right. So this is the plant's like real length. Alright, I'm gonna have to move locations yet again. So I headed over to the kitchen and took my plant and let all the vines uncurl as we did, and now I'm staking the moss pole in. I will say, if you're gonna be using a moss pole, I learned this after I already had the plant staked up, you should soak your moss pole for 10 to 20 minutes so it can absorb all of the water, and then let it drain, and then put your plants on the moss pole. Now, I didn't look up any information about moss poles, like on what to do before you put your plants on it, so I definitely did not know this until afterwards. So throughout this video, you'll see me spraying the moss pole because I knew that the moss pole needed to be damp for the plants, but I didn't know you could actually soak your moss pole for 10 to 20 minutes. So I am using those zip ties that came with this moss pole. They're green. They also came with some of the string that you could wrap it around with, but I prefer to use the, not zip ties, but the twisties, yes. So I prefer to use the twisties, and I'm going around the moss pole the same way that the plant was uncurling. So just following the natural bends of the plant and making sure that each plant's stem or area is nicely laid against the moss pole. You want to make sure that it's not too bunched up on each other or too far apart. You just want to have at a good range of space between where you wrap your moss. So I want to add some more soil, and I'm stealing soil from my cactus. So here I'm just making sure that the soil is like covering as much as possible the bottom portion of the moss pole, because you want it staked deep in so it doesn't tipsy-turvy or topple over. And so I do have a low pot, and that's why I'm adding more soil to my pot. I'm making sure that those few little stems that are coming out, the soil on the bottom, are supported fully with the dirt. Y'all, this was tricky first time, so if you have any tips, please leave them down below, because the girl didn't know what she was doing. And I am moving, so when I move, I'm gonna take it down and then soak the moss pole like I spoke of earlier, and probably repot her in a bigger pot. Alright you guys, so this is my finished attempt at staking up my Monstera Adansonii. And let's see how she grows. I don't even know if I did it right, but I tried. Let me come closer so you can see it. Alright, let's get into the rest of this day.